So several months ago, Tim and I were in Murphy, North Carolina, and we stopped for lunch at this tiny little barbecue place, and they had a brisket mac and cheese taco on the menu, and I thought, well, that's different, unique, let's give it a try. It was absolutely fabulous. Fast forward to a couple of weeks ago when we were kind of in the general area, we were heading to our cabin, and we thought, hey, let's stop at that little barbecue place and have that brisket mac and cheese taco again. What a letdown, because they were closed. I think they went out of business. So sad. So I am determined to make that brisket mac and cheese taco in my own kitchen so that we can fulfill that craving that I've been wanting since several months ago. And I don't have time to slow smoke a brisket. So I'm gonna show you how to do a shortcut brisket, and we're going to have the most delicious brisket mac and cheese taco. So check this out. So I thought I would start my brisket off very quickly in the pressure cooker. You can use an Instapot, or I'm gonna use my Ninja Foodi, my favorite thing for time-saving recipes. And I'm going to start with the broth because I have 1.5 pounds here. You're probably gonna get a bigger brisket than this, but I wanted the smallest one, so I'm gonna experiment with this to see if I can come up with that lovely brisket smoky flavor by using this method. So I'm gonna start in here with 1/2 cup of pomegranate juice and 1/2 cup of red wine. And that's gonna give me a nice acidity, and it's gonna give it a really good base for this to cook in. And I'm gonna keep this super, super simple. I've got that in here. That goes in my pot. Okay. And then we need to address the beef. So I'm going to use tomato paste because this will give it kind of like that slow cooked flavor, and probably a tablespoon for each side of this. I love it when it comes in a tube like this. Wow, so much easier than back in the day when you bought a can and you only used a part of the can and you didn't know what to do with the rest. So I'm just going to smooth the tomato paste all over the beef and on the other side. Okay, and then I've got 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. Same thing. I want to pack it on both sides of the beef, and this is going to get nice and caramelized. And when it cooks in the slow cooker, and then we're going to take it out and kind of char it. I think my plan's going to come together. So far, so good. All right, liberally with salts, pepper both sides. Then this was my thought to make this cook more quickly, because I'm going to kind of end up shredding this or slicing it very thinly anyway. So I'm going to cut it against the grain into several pieces so it will cook more quickly. Even in a pressure cooker, typically a brisket will take you 1.5 hours or so. And I'm going to put this in here for 30 minutes. All right, so this all goes in the pot here. Got that lovely, beautiful red wine and pomegranate juice. All right, 30 minutes in my Ninja Foodi. So I took the beef out of my Ninja Foodi, and I actually had to put it away last night because it was getting late and I wanted to finish it off today. So we're gonna have these tacos for lunch. Now the juice that you have cooked that beef in, that has the wine and the pomegranate juice, you're gonna wanna take this, and I'm gonna put it in a skillet, and we're gonna let it simmer and reduce because I'm gonna use that with the beef. And then let's move on to making this beef smoky and super flavorful for these tacos. And this sauce, after about 5 minutes of bubbling, look, you can draw a line and know that this is gonna be nice and thick and sticky, which is just what you want. We're ready to roll with the beef. Now, I did have to use a London broil because I could not find a brisket which this is giving me a pretty close imitation. I want to get a smoky flavor into it without using liquid smoke. Something a little bit more natural is what I'm going for. And I'm just kind of breaking this up so they'll fit into a taco. I'm gonna use those little street taco shells. Use whatever taco shells you would like. But that should be enough to get me started. And I just kind of want to get some char going on that. Little burnt ends kind of action going on. A little bit of olive oil to help the cause. And then here's where I'm getting the smoke from, smoked paprika. And I'm going to put in about 1/2 teaspoon for this much beef. It's looking pretty good. And I also like heat in mine. You can omit this, but I love chili flakes. I'm gonna add a bit more salt and pepper just to ramp up that flavor. My mac and cheese is ready. I just used a stovetop mac and cheese. Use whatever mac and cheese you want. I wanted something that was pretty creamy. And then to also help this, some Worcestershire. I just feel like you need, actually I'm gonna use my 1/2 teaspoon because I feel like about 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire going in there. Oh yeah, gotta mix up. The scent that is coming from this right now is just phenomenal. All right, I'm gonna let this kind of caramelize and I'm gonna get all the components ready to go. I have my favorite taste tester in the kitchen with me. And just the meat of this, I think I got the smoke on it. With this, I use smoked paprika.
Very
and
nice.
so we're going to build one for my favorite taste tester. I've got these little street tacos in here, like so. And just like in North Carolina, they start with the beef, right? Here you go. Ooh, yummy, yummy. Okay, and then it goes on our mac and cheese. My mouth is watering already. Wow. They're gonna be a little sloppy. That's okay, right?
That's great.
I thought maybe a little acid, so some pickled onions kind of cut through all the richness that we've got on there so far.
Love them.
Good with that? Okay. And then on mine, I'm going to put cilantro, but I know you're not a cilantro fan.
Yeah, I'll do without.
Okay. All right, you'll do yours without. So, here we go. Our smoked brisket tacos. It's really not smoked and it's really not brisket, but it was a quick and easy version of this. So let me get a plate for you, dear.
Thank you.
And we'll let you just dive right in.
Okay. I am willing.
Is it yummy?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Can you taste the smokiness with that smoked paprika in there?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I put a little Worcestershire. I figured that just caramelizes all together and made this beef so lovely in this skillet. So mind if I join you for a bite here? I've got to have cilantro on mine though, because I like a little bit of freshness. So here I go. Mmm. I really like that. It's quite yummy. I almost forgot the sauce that I reduced. Here, I'm gonna give you just a little bit of this for your final bite. Look how thick and sticky that got. That's like really good stuff. Let me know what you think of that with the sauce on there.
That adds another dimension.
It does, it does. It's just layers of flavor, folks.
Yeah.
Check it out. The recipe's on tkfoodie.com.
Mm-hmm.